Guten Tag, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Es freut mich sehr, Sie hier begrüßen zu dürfen. Ich präsentiere 50 plus Döner.
Ooh, nice lights, Beef. Wow.
Thank you. Um,
Wow.
wow.
Hello.
Don't pay too much attention to the lights. We got soccer to talk.
We do have soccer talk. There's been a lot that's been on since Jessica Berman made sure we don't have an episode last week. I got a letter from NWSL, cease and desist. No more making fun of Jessica Berman. We'll see if we keep up with that. um, Hello. Welcome to 50 Plus Donor. We won't talk German soccer. One of my friends was like, I was like, oh, do you watch 50 Plus Donor? Not to like put them on the spot. And they're like, well, I don't really watch the Bundesliga. Who gives a fuck? Watch the damn show. If this show doesn't make you like the Bundesliga, then I guess it's not meant to be.
This show can make you hate the Bundesliga, and honestly, no, we probably care, but like we'd be honored that you're watching the show anyway.
Yeah, we're honored that. Yeah, we're just fucking around anyway. What's been going on since the donor slots? Beef, how have you been?
Managing, watching the league. Don't know what's going on 2 through 18, to be honest. But there's a lot to talk about. I feel like there have been some performances that have been going on that have me asking, how are these teams for real? Except for Hoffenheim, to be honest. Can we talk about Hoffenheim really
We
quick?
need to talk about Hoffenheim like real bigly. This is very impressive. And I know it's like, what do you mean no one's talking about it? You guys are literally a Bundesliga podcast. But no one is talking about this, like, other than us, like, mentioning it sometime. They've lost one game in, like, 3 months. What the fuck is going on? I don't know what's happening. Like, these are just complete performances. Like, if you look at this, they don't let in a lot of goals. They score a fuck ton of goals. And the only time they don't get blanked that much. It's just, like, it is extremely impressive. And, like, I know Eintracht Frankfurt is Eintracht Stankfurt for real right now. But, like, if you watch that game, that was a beatdown. Is a real beatdown. And Bremen sucks, but, like, they're that level of beatdown that, like, a real authoritative team. Like, think when Stuttgart finished, like, second, that's the kind of performances they're putting in right now. And it's like, I don't think anybody knew this was coming. Did you, Beeflin?
Absolutely not. I think we predicted them, like, very low down the table.
I don't even want to bring up those table predictions because I know.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Honestly, I feel like they're the most consistently performing team that's not Bayern in the league right now. I think it's only a matter of time until they're second if they keep this up. Because
You think they're gonna catch a Dortmund? Well,
they're 3 points behind them. They're 3 points behind them, and even though Dortmund has won their last couple matches in the league, they still do not look like a very consistent team at all whatsoever.
No, they're not the same level of domination that Hoffenheim has, which is an insane sentence to put together, but it's looking like it. And then we do gotta we're gonna touch on because one of the games of the week is the Augsburg game. But Bayern has finally lost the league game, and it is to the it's to the team. If you look historically, Augsburg is a little bit of a bogey team for Bayern, which is another insane sentence. But Bayern lost the same weekend as Arsenal, who also lost their first game in general. But what is happening right now? Is this a sign of things to come, Beeflam? Are we gonna get another like gumbo spill to bulk him?
No,
Okay.
but credit to Augsburg. You have to credit any team that goes in to the Allianz and beats Bayern at this rate. But
Yeah, it was another home game too. They lost at home to Augsburg. What the fuck?
Home. And it was a gumbo spill. They were up 1-0 at halftime.
They were. But this line, oh wait, no, they started everybody. How the fuck did they lose this? Ay, ay, ay. All right. Well.
And they were switched off. They were too concerned. Well, they really didn't have to be too concerned with Champions League this week. I know it was match day madness, or what they want to call it, and they had to secure top 8, but
I think they were already going to, though, weren't they? Like,
I think so. So it's like you couldn't really switch. I mean, you can afford to switch off when you have like a 17-point lead at the top of the table, but I guess
it's only 8 now, and like 8 doesn't seem like that much, but it is. 8 is. It's kind of an in between, right? Because if they have another like Bochum gumbo spill, like they lose to like Mainz or something, or they play Hoffenheim in 2 weeks, like 8 all of a sudden isn't so much. So, which is insane to think about. Like Bayern literally lost their first game and they're only 8 points ahead. So, what a dumbass league.
I'm not putting eyes on it until it's like 4 points. To be honest,
it depends. If it's Dortmund behind them, I'm going back to sleep. But if it's Hoffenheim behind them, I might have to raise my eyebrows a little bit. All right. It's time for predictions. This is an insane Friday game, actually. We have to go back to the table because the table is also a little fucked up if you look at it really closely. 10th and 18th are separated by 7 points. So, just like the American economy, there's no middle class anymore. It is either you are chasing a top European spot or you're about to get relegated. And this is a big game for that because both of these teams are mid-table. What immediately jumps to your mind when you look at this matchup, B1?
Actually,
let's look at Has Wolfsburg been mountain climbing?
Oh
my God.
Wolfsburg, yeah, they kind of skied down. Well,
I know
Colm
really is a ski slope.
Skiing. Yeah,
this is going to be a key.
Started.
Oh yeah.
Started like this one. This one had time to build a little bit, but Wolfsburg started early. Like they won that first game, and then they were like, "We're good." I don't know. This is either gonna be a pop-in Friday game. I don't know if I trust Wolfsburg's attack too much in this game, to be honest.
Am I on Wolfsburg right now? I'm on Colm.
No, you're on Colm.
I think Wolfsburg's the one. No, their attack's kind of boo-boo. What is this? They're not doing too hot, and like what's a little scary is they played 3 of the worst teams in the league and scored a total of 4 goals. So that's not fantastic, but I still think, I don't know. I'm holding on to hope that Wolfsburg is this scary team that I thought they were going to be in the beginning of the season, and it remains to be seen. They've only played like that in this stretch, but I think this game, and of course this is going to sound biased, this game 100% depends on if Colm's going to be serious or not, because what the fuck is going on right now? They've won 1 game in the last 3 months. This was a team that was like in like 6th or 7th to start the season.
They got as high as 3rd.
It's just like, and it's oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say last game they played, they drew 3-3. So food for thought.
It's because like if you look at they had some pretty staunch defense. Like, of course, Wolfsburg is sticking out in that, but, like, they kind of held them down defensively. They were doing good defensively. They kept Hoffenheim to 0 goals. Like, one of the only times they've done that this season. Like, they're getting away from what got them, and of course it was because of a fucking rivalry match, but like they're getting away from what made them good, and I'm struggling to think that they're gonna find that against Wolfsburg.
Well, if we're looking at the stretch going ahead, they have Leipzig, then Stuttgart, then Hoffenheim before they play Augsburg.
And then they play
within the
Dortmund.
next 4 match days, within the next 5 match days, really, if there's any time to find that form, it is right now. Because they're going to need it going forward.
I mean, even like Leipzig drew against St. Pauli, and I know it was a penalty, but like Leipzig's not playing too hot right now either. Like they've gotta use this as a launch point, because this could be a part of the season where they look at their last games against Bayern. All right, like they need to get these points where they can, because if they need 3 points in this game, they're gonna be fucked. So it's one of the stretches where you look back at the end of the season and you're like, damn, we should have gotten some points out of this, but we'll see. And Kaminsky scored in the 14th minute of injury time. Yeah, they've lost. That is the most disappointing thing. They've lost their last-minute goal thing now. Like, as soon as they go down, they're done. Predictions.
I think Cologne gonna get it when they gotta have it. I'm gonna go 2-1 Cologne.
I'm not feeling as hopeful, especially with it being a Friday game. And then Cologne is butt cheeks on Friday games. So I'm going to go 3-0 Wolfsburg.
Ooh.
Tactical negativity deployed? Am I intentionally being negative? I don't know. You'll have to see. Who would have guessed that this game was going to be important? Fresh off of their Bayern win. Augsburg is playing St. Pauli, who has not been. They've been St. Drawley, I think I called them a little bit.
That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. Look at all those draws. Look at all that blue. They're trying to stay in it. They're trying to not get relegated right now. They need 3 eventually, but they're getting points. Like, they're dragging themselves out of. And I don't know if that's going to translate to like an Augsburg upset, which would be crazy to call this being an upset. But they literally have not lost in 3 games.
When did they fire? Oh boy.
Sandro Wagner?
Yeah, when did they fire Wagner?
So what game is that? The Leverkusen game? They fired him after they lost to Hoffenheim? Jesus. All right.
Well, I mean, that's before Hoffenheim were securely top 14.
But yeah, they fired him like right here. So since then, he's only lost 2 games.
So, how long? Hashtag noticing.
The noticer is here. Oh my. That's actually a good point, B-Fun. They've not really lost since they. Yeah, but Hoffenheim is on fire. But like back then, that was like the beginning of their.
Yeah, that was when they started trending up.
But like none of these are impressive. I would say the most impressive, obviously, other than the Bayern one, obviously, is drawing Freiburg, because Freiburg's on fire right now too. I don't know. I'm not really sure what to make of this.
My thing is they were fighting to stay out of 16th pretty much all season. So any points you can get are vital and important and are huge to me. Because pretty much everybody you see is either going to be on your level trying to stave off relegation or are going to be better than you. So, I mean, I'm impressed with their form I do think St. Drawley continues the trend of St. Drawley because also Augsburg has also drawn like
Yeah. This
3 of
is
their last 5
screaming
matches.
draw.
It's hollering.
If it's not a draw, I would be fascinated. Something awful happened in that game. But we are men of commitment here.
Low-key, I do think this is going to be an entertaining game. I will predict 3-2 to Augsburg. I do think this is going to be an entertaining game.
I don't think this is going to be that. If it's not a draw, it's going to be torture ball. And, like, torture ball in the sense of the one goal is going to be so stupid. It's going to be, like, you're going to be like, why the fuck did that go in? And Augsburg's. I feel like Augsburg's home turf is 16th place or 15th. They've got to go back to that eventually, right? They're going to have, like, a little jump, and then they're going to go back down to their favorite place.
Yep. Also, St. Pauli is 1-2-7 on the road.
My God. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put like even the little dressings on the one for that. Nice to be nice to Augsburg. You can't tell me what to do, Frank. You owe me one. You're fucking right. I'll be nice to Augsburg if they win that.
The Bayern win wasn't enough?
No. No, it wasn't. It would be more impressive for Augsburg to beat St. Pauli than Bayern at this point. Because they've got Bayern's number. I don't know why, but they've got Bayern's number. Who the hell would have thought this would be an interesting game? When we talk about St. Drawley, we talk about Union Berlin, whose table position is baffling. They are not too far out of 6th. If Bayern or someone in the top spot win Pokal, then 7th becomes a European qualification spot. So 7th could be a hot button, and Union's right there somehow. I don't know. If someone pointed out to me, wait, Jake, how is Augsburg almost in a European spot? I'd be like, I have zero fucking idea. I don't. And their strikers aren't scoring goals. They're not really defending very well. Like, how the fuck are these guys almost there?
Vibes.
Vibes.
They have the ultimate vibes manager right now, don't they?
They do. Baumgart is the minister of vibes for sure. What is their like? Look at this. What is going on?
They've been allowed to stay in 9th place for the past 4 match days.
What the hell is going on with this season? But they're going to run into an absolute fucking brick wall. Actually, this draw against Stuttgart's pretty impressive for them. But, I mean, you're facing the machine right now. I really don't know. I don't even think we have to touch too long on this one. I just don't see Hoffenheim hitting a wall against Union Berlin.
No.
Especially not when they've got Bayern next week, which is a must-watch game. I can't believe I'm saying this. They're going to get revenge for Tom Bissoff. Is there anything that would make you think this would be an upset?
No.
Okay, well. All right. Well, let's get this out of the way then. I think Union's gonna make them play with their bullshit, but like not all that badly. Also, keep in mind, Hoffenheim has only been scored on more than one time in a game once, and it was against Dortmund.
Okay, they're not playing Dortmund. I'll say 3-1 Hoffenheim. Actually, 3-0.
Doug, love to see this beautiful art get used. Yeah, what modern day Picasso created this beautiful artwork. I need to speak to the artist. I need to. Doug drew all those in Microsoft in Mario Paint. We're using everything but actual paint software on this show. Time for the match that I got yelled at on Blue Sky. Oh, Jake, this isn't a derby. First of all, let me make sure I don't dox myself before I show you this. It's right there. Stuttgart and Freiburg are essentially next to each other. I wouldn't have doxed my... Wait. I would have. That would have been bad.
Oh.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Wait, why did it take away the
Are
directions?
you ready?
Why is it showing my
Not ready.
old Atro? What is happening right now? Okay, here we go. All right. They're right there. Like, by train, this is... Oh, it's actually 3 hours by train? It didn't feel like it. But they're pretty close. Always
You
a
can walk
derby.
there in a day.
Huh?
You can walk there in a day.
If we reach 10,000 subscribers, I will fly to Stuttgart and film myself walking to Freiburg.
We have to do a march for a Stuttgart versus Freiburg match. We have to get with the ultras. And organize a march.
I need to tell you, this walk would be fucking brutal. You're essentially mountain climbing. So 10,000 subscribers. If you want us to do it.
Are we talking 10,000 Twitch subscribers or 10,000 YouTube subscribers? Because those are completely different things.
That's true.
Those are completely different accomplishments. 10,000 Twitch subscribers is like we are at the top of the platform.
We're gonna do 10,000 Twitch. we're gonna manifest it. Back to seriousness. Stuttgart's been in it. Stuttgart's been kind of like, they have that like mid-table mentality. I think that is missing from the season, but they're playing their ass off currently. They've not lost since they got whooped by Bayern. They're also playing well in Europa League too. They're having a pretty decent... Yeah, they're still in DFB Pokal. They're having a pretty good year. I don't know why it's not being... This has been a weird... Okay, we're going to do an aside. This has been a weird Bundesliga season because I don't know where everybody is with, like, commenting on the season, right? Like, do you notice that?
I know. I was literally just saying I don't know what's going on from 2 to 18. Like, it's such a weird season because it feels like everybody is kind of where they're supposed to be, but also not at the same time.
Yeah. Like, I would imagine, like, Stuttgart has lost 5 times, and they're not in a top 4 position. Like, what is happening? Anyway. They're playing their ass off currently. Freiburg is also coming out of the mud. Remember, they were, like, looking relegatable, and now they're fighting their way back into being in a top spot. Their one loss was against Leipzig. They lost against Heidenheim, which is embarrassing, but you know they've won against the teams they've needed to win in, which they were not doing at the beginning of the season. So, this is an interesting match. I think this is the most interesting match of the weekend, if you ask me. What are you kind of feeling on this one?
I think it completely hinges on what brand of Freiburg from this season we get. They have been, at least after outside of the Leipzig loss, they have been, kind of finding their consistency. But I feel like they've had weird swings of like they didn't start the season well, but then they started kind of getting hot again, and then they had a weird draw period, and then they kind of went down and up. It's kind of been up and down. So it really is just like, who's going to show up? And I think they really have to be on it for a Stuttgart team that has been consistent as of late, despite the fact that they are in 5th place. They're still like in the race for the Champions League spot. So I think, I think this is definitely going to be an entertaining game. Kind of hard to predict. to be honest.
What I wanted to see is the lineup, because when they were playing this lineup against Cologne the other day, I was like, this has to be a wild shift to the beginning of the season. So let's look at when they played Cologne last time. Yeah, like none of these dudes are none of these dudes are, and this goes into what I wanted to say. They refreshed their squad without going to the transfer market. Like they have a new starting piece. They're not really relying on people like Ginter and stuff like that. And I think that's what's carrying them right now. And it's interesting to see them do that, because you think like if you're like where they were, like, oh, we're gonna hit up the transfer market. They didn't really do that. In fact, they kind of lost people in the transfer market. And they're still doing this. We're going to get to Wikipedia's, though. VfB by 3. I think I am kind of yapping for someone who thinks that they're going to lose to Stuttgart. I'm kind of monologuing for someone that thinks that Stuttgart's
I
going
will
to
also note that both of these are carrying kind of opposite momentum from Europa League into this game. I think Stuttgart won their match today, and even though Freiburg didn't really need it, they did lose to Lille. So,
Yo, Jake, come on, FC, best from Hamburg, all the best to Chicago. Moin, moin. Shout out to Hamburg. We gotta get you a scarf, by the way. I'm not gonna dox you, but we're gonna get you an FC Cologne Chicago scarf. Suzuki, Minzambi, and Besta all playing well. Yeah, like I've said, they've revitalized their squad without needing the transfer market, which is impressive. But I think Stuttgart just has the momentum currently. Like, Undav is playing his ass off. Stuttgart always got some random people playing really well. So it will be a good game, though. Like, I say 2-0. I think, like, it's going to be, like, it's going to fall apart at the end. Like, I think it's going to be pretty even up until then. But
I'll say 2-1 to Stuttgart. I think it is going to be a pretty even matchup.
Rest of the games, we can do rapid fire. Eintracht Frankfurt Leverkusen, you would think this is a good game, but I don't.
Somehow, some way.
They
this
found
game is not moving.
They found a Pope faster than Eintracht Frankfurt found a new coach. Nobody wants to take that fucking job for some reason. And until then, morale will suffer. And they're going to get whooped by Leverkusen, bro. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That defending, okay, we're gonna do it. These boys cannot defend for shit. I really am baffled. Brother, what is this? What are we looking at here? You gave up they've given up 3 goals in their last 4 matches. And the only time that they didn't is when they got blanked by Tottenham this week.
Yikes.
And the worst part is, I don't think they've got their usual bag collector player this season. I don't think Chan Ozun, you could sell him for $100 million currently.
No.
So, I don't know. And they're still in.
It just feels so bleak when Frankfurt is not good, bro.
Yeah, actually, it kind of does, doesn't it? Because they're usually, but they're still in 8th somehow, and still in the race for a Europa spot. So
I think it's because everybody below them is just like,
I don't know.
You know, like, because you see Union's below them, which we were just asking, how are they there? Right below them is Köln, which we dissected why they're there, and then measuring team Mönchengladbach. So,
Quark says the hashtag for Frankfurt against Tottenham was SKA Tot, and Tot in German is dead. And you know what? I think that's the best descriptor currently. Yeah. And like you were just saying, everyone's making fun of them. They'd probably give up a goal to us, and they're still in 8th. So, what a season. Rapid fire. That was not so rapid fire. If Leipzig loses to Mainz, there are going to be big questions. Who do you think's going to win that? Sorry.
The Leipzig.
Bremen Gladbach is kind of a pity bowl. I think Gladbach's going to win that, though.
I do agree with that.
If Bayern loses to Hamburg, it's truly the end times. If they lose 2 in a row to Augsburg and Hamburg, we've got a bigger issue here.
How many goals have Bayern scored against Hamburg in their past few matches? Because I know it's a lot.
Oh, we've got to look this up, right?
I know it's a lot.
Oh my! 5-0. Hamburg hasn't scored against Bayern since 2016. Bro, if they lose, dude, we need to close the demon portal. Something bad happened. No, they've scored against them once since in the last 10 years. No, wait, no, 2 times in the last 10 years.
Ooh, yeah, there is. If they even score a goal against Bayern, I'm calling witchcraft.
Wait, when was the last time they beat them? Now I'm interested. 2009. Good luck, motherfuckers.
But they have Damien fucking
They had Damien
Downs.
but people are retired of him at Hamburg. Oh man, what a sad story that is. And then Dortmund Heidenheim, I feel like now that we're looking at head to heads, this has to be pretty weird. Like who is
I'm not gonna lie, Wednesday did not instill a bunch of confidence in me.
No. But they're playing Inter, like come on.
Yeah, I mean they were playing Inter, but we also have to consider it was a home game.
You know what heavily changes this though? If Bayern loses, then all of a sudden I know Dortmund's going to lose. So, if we're talking apocalyptic scenario, what time is it?
We need to get into grades.
We're also going to touch on Frauen Bundesliga because I'm super unbiased. But there've been, if you look at the table, you've got obviously Bayern. What the hell? How do I make this stop? Oh. All right. You got Bayern up here. You got Wolfsburg up here, right? So you got your 2 cemented. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Werder Bremen's at 27, and then Freiburg is in 8th at 23. Whoa. Hold on there. Hold the phone. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Look who's 3 points away.
Whoa. Cole's playing their ass off. If you look at it, I don't know, man. I'm just saying. Who are they playing this weekend? They'll probably play someone nefarious. Yeah, they play Wolfsburg. All right, never mind. Don't watch this. Don't watch it. Don't
Litmus
watch it.
test.
Don't watch that. Don't watch it. All right. Obviously, I edited over our New Year's resolutions. We're going to do grades. We're going to do grades. I know we're past the point of like the schedule restarting. We're just going to do grades just up until today.
Okay.
I think it would be pretty hard to give Bayern anything other than an A+. Even with the loss to Augsburg.
Even with the loss, yeah.
That doesn't really, I don't think affects. How do I? There we go. When this shit is like, all right, you can see it. Like, how do I change the text on here? I'm ancient.
The 3 dots on the right.
50 plus boomer. Why can I not do this? I was doing this literally hours before this. Okay.
Boom.
No one make fun of me, please, bro. Bro, please.
You got it.
Okay. Yeah. I actually I'm not gonna say A plus just because the Augsburg loss. It would be kind of tough to put them at A. But I mean, what can you really say? I feel like it's kind of the usual Bayern season that they kind of got away from, and now they're back to having.
Yeah.
But still only 8 points out of first. That's crazy to think about, considering I don't think people would give Dortmund an A for their season.
Hell no. I'm very confused with this Borussia Dortmund team.
Yeah,
because this is where we start asking how are they here.
Let's try to figure this out, because I don't know. Like, I didn't even think Dortmund was playing that well. And now that, like, when I think about it, they're not too far out of first. And every Dortmund fan every weekend seems like they're about to freak out. Like, I don't know.
Dog, they haven't lost in the league since the Bayern match.
What?
What?
Wait, what? No, that doesn't sound correct. Wait, what?
Köln 1-0, Augsburg 1-0, Hamburg 1-1, Stuttgart 3-3, Leverkusen 2-1, Hoffenheim 2-0, Freiburg 1-1, Gladbach 2-0, Frankfurt 3-3, and then 3 straight wins against
How do I get to this fucking table?
And Union Berlin.
I've never needed to fact check something live more in my life. There's no fucking way.
Real.
No, they went back and changed some of these. They had to have. What? Why doesn't it feel like it?
You know what? I'll tell you, because in between they have 2 losses in the Champions League and 1 loss in the Pokal. That's where the losses have kicked in.
Huh? They've only lost 1 time in the league?
They've only lost once in the league.
What a fucking annoying team, bro. What an annoying organization.
Honestly, I have to say I still
No. They time traveled and fucking changed some of these results. They had to.
Is this the best B- we're about to give?
It's the best B- that you could possibly give. This is
like they're winning and like they're maintaining second place. But I will say that they are 3 points away from giving up second place. But
Palpatine said because their performances have been so fucking weak and the rest of the league is chasing relegation.
Yeah.
But
like
I don't still.
But, I mean, I would put Hoffenheim as a stronger team than Dortmund.
Yes.
Today. My thing with Dortmund is like they are starting to figure out that defense wins championships, but at the cost of their attack. Like,
but are they? Because they've scored nothing but 3 goals in their last 4 games.
They're starting to figure out their attack.
Bro, I don't know how, and this is gonna sound ironic.
Like,
I don't know how the fuck anyone could be a fan of this team. What the fuck? They've lost. Their only loss was to Bayern.
What's going on? Because if we look at earlier in the season, they weren't scoring any more than like 1 or 2 goals. Like they have their 3-goal performances against St. Pauli and Union Berlin, but they only scored 2 against Hoffenheim, 1 against Wolfsburg, 2 against Mainz, 1 against Leipzig, 1 against Bayern, 1 against Köln, 1 against Augsburg. There was a whole period here where they was not scoring. They could not figure it out. And then all of a sudden, they do not go a single game without starting the bad man. And they're scoring. Like I hate to say it. I hate to be the one to say it.
I feel like my brain has been like carefully taken out of my head. Their only loss was to Bayern. And I would have never told you that they had lost only one game. It's because some of these feel like losses.
Some of them feel like losses.
Like,
the Frankfurt one feels like a loss.
Like, you shouldn't be drawing against Hamburg. But even then, they've only drawn that many times. All right, we need to move on because that shit's making me angry. That shit is making me real mad. Hoffenheim, it's impossible to give them anything but an A+.
Yeah. Absolutely. 3 points away from second. And what are they, 11 points away from first?
Yeah.
Right? And they got them right where they want them.
I can't even say that. Man, I'm fucking Dortmund. Oh my god. We need to move them to Austria or something. All right, Leipzig. Now we're getting into interesting territory. Leipzig. They were chasing after first for a little bit, and now they are not. So I'm a little interested to see what their season's looking like.
They have 3 losses in their last 7 games. Last 6 games, actually.
Ooh. Yeah.
Well, one of them was to Bayern. So.
Yeah, but, I mean, the one thing we were saying, right, of, like, the one good thing Leipzig has this year is they don't have Europe. So they can literally just ball out every week. This is not the result. This is what I thought they would be doing without European. And now, lately, it looks like they're fumbling the bag a little bit.
Yeah. Honestly, they should be doing...
What are we looking like for table? For how many points they're out?
I mean, 14 points out of first. Honestly, it's hard. I think I have to give them a C. Like, I feel like they should be at the very least.
Wait, a C?
Yeah. Would you give them lower?
No. I would give them a B.
My thing is, this 6-game stretch has kind of soured that grade. I think if they would have performed better, I would be kind of around that B range. But I feel like they should be performing better, considering that they're not in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they are still in the. I think they're still in the Pokal, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
They're still in the Pokal, so they at least do have that. But they're
sheesh.
Bayern. They're going up against Bayern, so that may not last that much longer. So
I only am on the edge of giving them a B because they've had I think one of the underrated things about their season, they've had a fuck ton of injuries. I think if they hadn't had those injuries, like to Ouedraogo, to who else? They've had like goalkeeper injuries. They had another, like Benjamin Heinrichs isn't even back yet. I think a C would be a little harsh. I would say like B or B minus.
Okay.
But they definitely should be playing better, especially now that those people are coming back. But Stuttgart.
We did talk Stuttgart a little bit. They did have a feature on paint. I feel like I'm kind of in B territory for them as well. B plus maybe.
They're still in Pokal though, and they're basically out of Europa. I don't think a B. I don't know.
No, they should still be in. Because what is that? That's 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 15 points. They should be fine in Europa.
Yeah. What would make it an A though? Because they're in like this area of the table that's kind of packed together with people having good seasons. I don't know, man. This is a weird.
It's hard to say because like I want to be like, oh, they could be in the Champions League spot now, but I feel like all things considered, managing 3 competitions because they are still in Pokal, I could be convinced of an A.
I would say A minus. Like I don't think they should
A
just be
minus,
straight
yeah.
up A, but they're having a good season. I think
They're looking solid. Like they're firmly in like the top half of like the knockout playoff area for Europa.
I think for
They're
them, like I think like a good thing is the new consistency, right? Like their last like 3 seasons now, they've been in the top 6, so or around there. Like, and you would have never guessed they were almost relegated like 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So
right.
I think that kind of adds to it being an A. Like they're keeping up the pace, which is good. This is an interesting one, I think. I want to say A because of what they lost.
Yeah, because of what they lost and how they started the season.
Yeah, this could have in another timeline they could be extremely fucked, and they're not. They're in 6th, and they still have a game to make up against Hamburg. Because if they win that, yeah, I think this is an A. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, even sniffing around Europe right now, it's big for them. I feel.
Like, think about who they lost Frimpong. They lost Wirtz. They lost Xabi Alonso. They lost Jonathan Tah. They lost another big player. And they're still hanging around. Like, I think if they had capped all those people and they were here, B minus, C plus. But the fact that they rebounded so quickly when you could see where they were about to go in the beginning of the season, I think that gives me solid A vibes.
Yep.
And I think they're still alive in Europe. That doesn't look. Oh no, they are because every Bundesliga team but Frankfurt made it to the next round.
Yeah.
And they're still in Pokal. So I think that's. I would. I'm just gonna stick with an A. Freiburg. I know we were just talking about Freiburg. I don't know. I kind of want to say A for this too. Because they kind of looked like they were about to go a different direction for this season as well.
Yeah. But then I also would want to say that start should low-key factor into it because they didn't really change too much. Like, they didn't fire Schuster. Schuster figured it out, and the team figured it out, but they still started that. Like, if they started as they should have, like, if they didn't lose to Augsburg, who's near the bottom of the table, if they didn't lose to Köln, who is, hovering around kind of the same position that they're in right now, they're kind of in the conversation for Europe, at least more than they are right now.
Mm.
Now, what I will say helps them, though, is that they're still in the Pokal, and
they're cleaning up their Europa League.
Yeah, they're like 6th or 7th in Champions League, so or Europa League, sorry. So that does help them. But I mean, I'm inclined to say like B plus.
I think B plus is good with me. Oh boy.
Whew.
Oh, boy.
Begins to sweat.
Begins to sweat profusely. What grade do we give these guys? I don't think higher than a B. Not even B minus.
Generous.
Not even B minus.
That's generous.
We're talking. We might have our first C of the night, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between.
Honestly, their only saving grace right now for me is that they're 8th place.
But I think when people have talked in chat and we've talked about it, this season has been like the most mid-season that I think any other season where there's more serious competition, like they would be way lower on the table. Like let's look at some of these motherfuckers' wins and losses here. Like some of these draws are fucking crazy. Drawing Diverter, who had not scored up until that game for 5 weeks. Drawing Hamburg. It seems like everyone in the fucking league is drawing Hamburg. Drawing Wolfsburg. Drawing Heidenheim. Drawing Freiburg when they were kind of struggling. Losing to Union Berlin. I know they've had injury problems too with like Jonathan Burkhart, who has been so disappointing just in general. But I was expecting way more from them this season. Like just barely hanging on to like 7th place. Nah.
Hoffenheim really throws everything off because if I'm looking at the table from Frankfurt and above, I feel like they're the only team that it feels like is overperforming.
Yeah.
Dare I say? Like
apparently, fucking Dortmund is too now. So.
if I'm just looking at just doing the name test, if I'm looking at Bayern, Dortmund, I'm gonna leave Hoffenheim out of this. Leipzig, Stuttgart, Leverkusen, Freiburg, Frankfurt. If you were to tell me like all of those teams were above Frankfurt at this point of the season, I'd believe you. Like it seems like it's believable. Like Frankfurt has been good the past few years, but like the way that the other teams have been performing the past few years, it's believable. I don't think I would have expected the way that they are in.
No, but place. That's the thing, right? You're right. Like I wouldn't have guessed. I would never say that like they should be above Leipzig or above Dortmund or anything, right? But like you're saying, the way they are losing these games and the way they are drawing these things and being the only team knocked out of the Bundesliga for Champions League, and are these guys even in the Pokal
No,
still?
they lost to Dortmund.
No, they're not even in the Pokal. Like, nah, bro. Like, nah.
I think the nicest we can be is C minus because we do have to factor in the injuries and all that, but like everybody deals with injuries.
Right.
At a point. So.
And what's so annoying is they could still finish top 4. That's the most annoying fucking thing.
If they fucking lock in.
If they locked in, they have the talent to do it. Oh, brother. Union Berlin. We're going to do our 50-plus donor thing where we don't really finish this, but I mean, really, everyone else under here should be getting an F or a D or a C. So,
well,
other than Gladbach, I think Gladbach would get a B.
There's another team that I think could get
who
at least a C. I think considering that they just came up last year.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that propaganda. My God, B-Fun, what the hell are you talking about? You're gonna give Hamburg a C?
You're gonna say no, not Hamburg.
Oh
God, no.
No, Köln's getting a C minus as well.
I can get behind that because the way they started, they could be doing better, but
But Union, though. This is
Union.
our only, like, spiritually mid-table team.
Like,
I want to say a B because I think if you had told a Union fan, hey, bro, in what was supposed to be one of the most competitive seasons in a while, you guys are going to be, like, 9th and, like, kind of in the mix. Not totally, but, like, if someone slipped up, you could kind of take their place. I think that would be...
I think they'd like that.
Pauli Ganda, there is nothing to sugarcoat with fucking St. Pauli, bro. Oh, my God. This team, they need an F just purely because they have not fired Blessin yet. Like, actually, this could be like, oh, what the hell? This could be like a D. And that's only because they're St. Drawley right now and they're getting points to get out of relegation. But other than that, bro, no. And Bremen's another team, actually. I was feeling a little nervous because we said they were going to be fighting for relegation, and then they were not for a very long time. I thought we were going to get memed to earth. But now they are in 16th. So harsh for St. Pauli? What?
For St. Pauli, I think that's generous.
They're under 2 teams that have been recently promoted.
I think if you look at the way St. Pauli's started the season and where they are now, I think they absolutely sold their fans a dream.
Oh, 100%. They had their best start to a Bundesliga season ever, and now they're in 16th. Oh my! This is Black Diamond level skiing. What the hell happened? D is fine. The F is harsh. I think if they didn't have their recent draw things, then yes, I think they should have had an F. But they're playing a little better. Yeah,
they're steadying the ship. Maybe, possibly. Who knows? All right, rapid fire. Let's go.
Cologne C.
C.
Gladbach B.
Sure.
Lowercase b though.
Okay.
Wolfsburg
C minus.
C minus
At best.
At best. Augsburg.
What did they finish last season? 12th? D+.
They're not, D plus. And it would be an F if they weren't playing like they're playing right now. Hamburg. C.
C, sure.
Bremen. F. Mainz.
F.
No.
No?
No. I think Mainz gotta get I think they've gotta get a C. Wait, but listen to what I'm saying though. Listen to what I'm saying though.
Okay.
They're playing their ass off right now. They're playing their tushies off.
Okay.
You have to remember, they're also still in Europa Conference League. You have to remember, they're still in Europa. Yep, they're still in Europa Conference League, baby.
Okay. What the hell, sure. What the
they're
hell,
still
sure.
in it. That's right.
You've convinced me. Put them in the Europa League while they're in the second
If
league.
they win Europa Conference League and they get relegated, I will. Our immediate stream after will be me laughing for 3 hours straight. I promise you, I will be laughing for 3 hours straight. Heidenheim. I think everyone figured Heidenheim was going to be down here. and they're playing like boo-boo, so we're going to give them an F.
Yeah.
And yet, they're still a few points out from safety. What a dumbass season.
What a crackhead season, bro. That's the only way I can describe it. How does Dortmund only have one
Dude,
loss?
that fucking blew my mind. Like, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight thinking about that. My sleeping time is not going to happen.
Such an unserious team. They don't deserve it.
They don't deserve it. They really do not. I know. No, I need to make sure we're not getting like, was it like,
Gaslit.
what's the movie where? Oh, Interstellar. Like Matthew McConaughey is in a different reality, like changing shit right now. Oh, brother. What a stupid season. And, like, I think that's why not, like, other than the big ones, obviously, I think that's, and also just because political, like, the world politics situation, nobody's really talking about this season. And I think after doing this, I understand why.
Yeah.
This has been a brain melting season, bro. You sure you looked at the right year season for the no losses? I have to check again. You're right. I got to check again.
This is so unserious.
Okay, this is all right. 2025,
26.
Yep, it's still there. It's still there. Am I gonna wake up tomorrow and there's gonna be like 4 more losses added to this? I can't believe that. I really cannot believe that. Just wild. I feel like the it person asking if it's plugged in. I don't know, man. And maybe now that we've seen it, they're gonna lose this weekend. But if they don't lose, I'm gonna be even more confused.
Oh, brother. What a season. Stabilizer Nico Kovac strikes again.
And on that note, we're 2 minutes over. Go watch Shades of Blue. I think Shades of Blue was on today. We'll be back next week. I think I might not survive knowing that Dortmund's only lost 1 game. Beef, any last words?
Keep watching Friday games, even if they are on life support.
Yeah, that Hamburg derby last week was really a nail in the coffin for the Friday games agenda.
99% of people quit on Friday games before they hit big.
True. Don't be a quitter. We'll be back next week. We need to do a watch along eventually soon at some point. But
we do. We'll figure it out.
Anyway,
we got to do it soon before I have to be in the office for Friday. We'll talk about it.
Shit.